was on Pawn Stars, and I flew out there for my jacket, Will Smith. And while I'm out there, I'm like, oh shit, this is the store. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm about to record here. And they take me around to the back where there's a
pause.
Brandon, cut that.
Don't cut that out. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the coastline of Connecticut and welcome to the Shorecast with your host, Apathy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Apathy. This is my co-host, Al Mayo, and we welcome you back to the Shorecast. Anchors up. Let's go.
What up, everybody? Big shout out. What up, what up?
Yo, we have a lot of stuff to talk about today, man. We have news headlines. We have just hip-hop shit to talk about. One thing that I was thinking of recently, were you an EPMD fan back in the day?
Of course I was, yeah.
What was your joints? All right, let's start at the beginning. What was your first exposure to EPMD?
I don't remember my first exposure, but I remember the first hit I loved.
What?
Headbanger.
Oh, so you're coming in late then.
Well, I remember some earlier stuff.
You got to chill.
Yeah, but Headbanger was really it.
Okay, that's what moved it for you.
Yeah, because Redman. Redman came in and K-Solo. Was it that era?
K-Solo, right, correct. 92.
That's when I really was like, yeah.
Shout out to Phila Flav and the Take It Personal podcast. I love those guys. I'm a frequent contributor to that as well. But I agree with an assessment that they made that Headbanger was one of the greatest hits of 1992. Headbanger was one of the, actually it was Crossover, but Headbanger was up there too with it. I think Crossover was one of the most quintessential songs of 1992, but EPMD really fucking hit their stride right there.
I met him a few years ago too, and it was dope. I had lunch with them, in fact.
Eric and Parrish?
Yes, I did. Yeah, it was dope.
I love them both, man. Eric is the homie for sure. Before I even get into that, I want to talk about they were doing stuff that people weren't doing in hip hop. They were an East Coast group because funk is universal. Right, all of the Parliament Funkadelic and all, the Roger Troutman, all the funk is universal. But let's be real, it is a massive cultural thing on the West Coast, right?
Of course,
funk is crazy. The music, the production,
G-funk era,
right? It's a whole thing, man. It's a whole cultural thing over there. So those were that EPMD and X Clan were. I'm not saying they're the only ones, but they were some of the first artists who mastered that, and they got a huge following because of that on the West Coast. Like the West Coast really fucked with their records back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So when they were sampling, when they made You Gots to Chill and they made So What You're Saying, those made big impacts on the West Coast, which was a crazy thing and probably increased their sales and their popularity over there at that time. And they were able to tour over there and kill it and all that. But that was a fascinating thing. But I worked with Eric. Multiple times.
How was he?
Eric Sermon is one of my favorite people to be around. And I will say this. Eric Sermon is absolutely fucking manic. He is, but in the most magical, dopest way. Eric is somebody I would watch a reality TV show of him a lot, like in excess, because he's hilarious. And when he describes anything, or you could ask him what type of cereal you should buy at the store, and he's gonna go off on a thing and talk about it, and it's just entertaining as fuck because he can just talk. And the other dope thing about Eric that I love, there's two guys who I really love talking to who tell me the best stories, Eric and Premier. All right. Those guys are the best storytellers. They love sharing. I'll ask Eric a quick thing. Yo, what happened with this? Boom, boom, boom. 45 minutes later, he's going. Eric is fucking crazy when he tells stories, and I love it so much.
Shout out to Eric Sherman. Shout out. Good guy.
Shout out to Eric Sermon, bro. I remember as soon as I started working with Eric, too, I was taking the ferry right here, and we were heading over there to Eric's studio. And shout out to Little Vic. My brother Little Vic is the one who linked me with Eric.
Dope.
And I'll never forget, I was doing a show in New Hampshire. I'm in the van. And Little Vic texted me and was like, yo, Eric wants to FaceTime with you. So I'm in I'm in the van about to do the show in New Hampshire. And Eric Sermon, I get the call, FaceTime, and I'm like, yo, so this look at Eric Sermon in the face. That was the first time I talked to him.
That is pretty dope.
I was losing my mind, bro. So the mission was, I went to Long Island and started producing with Eric for his album Vernia, which is a dedication to his grandmother. And I produced the title track Vernia. We ended up having to get rid of it for sample clearance. But the original, that version that I did is on YouTube. But Eric Sermon is nuts. I fucking love him so much, man. He's just not only is he one of my favorite musicians, but he's incredible to be around. And if you've ever met with him and chill with him like that, you'll realize that I love that I'm wearing this shirt too, right?
There it is.
Right. Before I even launch into this story, Bobby Brown is one of my favorite artists of all time too. I never met him, and I'll talk about that in this story. Bobby Brown, I used to buy B. Brown tapes like I would buy fucking Rakim and Big Daddy Kane. I loved Bobby Brown. I had a Bobby Brown poster, all that shit.
Yeah,
huge
megastar.
Bobby
He's
Brown
a megastar.
fan.
Come on.
And just so dope, man. He made the dopest records. He was just dope. He had all the dance moves, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Brown was fucking fresh, bro.
He still has those dance. No, I'm kidding. I was.
I would shit if Bobby Brown had those moves, bro.
Nah, he ain't dancing like that anymore.
No, but no more B. Brown dance moves. So we go up to Boston, right? I go with Eric and Parrish. Eric invited me up to Boston with them.
Dope.
This was a few years ago, and we go up to Boston. It was Michael Bivins' birthday, and we were out in a park in Boston on a basketball court. Packed, crazy. Boston was there in force, and even Fat Joe was up there, and Mike Biv had Eric and Parrish performing as EPMD at his birthday. Yeah. They were just right on the court performing. It was dope. It was so dope. They did all the classics. They did everything. And so we're standing there. My boy Enemy the Illest was with me, and we're standing there for hours on this basketball court in the same spot, which was kind of a little bit roped off because I was with Eric and Parrish. We were with the artist. So I'm standing next to some dude, and I even noticed dude next to me had this dope white Celtics jersey, right? So I glance over at it, and I didn't really pay no attention or nothing. We're hanging out. Eric and Parrish rock, and then we start walking away. And I told Eric, I was like, "Fuck, man, I wish Bobby Brown was there." He goes, "He was there," and I said, "Bobby was there?" He goes, "Yo, you were standing literally next to him the whole time." I was like, "What?" I was standing next to fucking Bobby Brown. I didn't even recognize him, bro.
He's swollen now.
I didn't recognize him.
He's swollen. I wouldn't recognize him.
Yeah, so I was standing next to one of my absolute idols and heroes of my youth, and I missed out on that. But man,
that's wild.
New Edition had it on lock back in the day. New Edition was crazy. And Belle Biv DeVoe.
Girl?
Oh, yeah, man. Telephone Man, all of that.
Classics, right?
Oh, my God.
The 80s on lock. They were the New Edition to the Jackson 5.
Crazier than that, though. It was like they were like the 80s R&B Wu-Tang. Because think about it. Johnny Gill, Ralph Tresvant, Mike Biv, all them. Ronnie Bobby,
them,
Ricky Mike.
We watched them grow up as the people in the 70s watched Michael Jackson and his group grow up.
That's fair. That's right. But God, man, they were so dope, man. And then they all went on to have stellar careers.
Great careers.
You know who was
BBD?
Oh God,
Come
man,
on.
BBD, all of them. Johnny Gill,
Poison. Oh, I'm bringing
Ralph
it back.
Tresvant.
Yo, I'm bringing
Ralph
it back.
Tresvant. Bobby Brown went off on his own.
Legendary group. I gotta give a shout out to New Edition, man. For real. New Edition, much love.
I used to love when Bobby Brown rapped, bro.
Me too.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. They call me Ghostbusters and they in control. Oh man, I love that shit.
Yo, me
bro.
too. Ja, it was dope. I even like when he did Thug Lovin' with Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Dope.
I fucked with that just because it was Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
I wasn't the biggest Ja Rule fan. But New Edition at the time, man, New Edition was spectacular. You know who was fucking wildin'?
Who?
Back in the day. They need to do a documentary. They do all these documentaries about how stars were living a wild life. The fucking DeBarge family. They need to make a movie about the DeBarge family.
Yeah, they were
wildin', bro.
They were.
Chico DeBarge in and out of jail. They were doing the fucking most.
One of them still in and out of jail to this day.
I'm such a fan, though. I had the tapes, everything. I had the DeBarge tapes. Oh, my God, they're legendary. And I want to see the movie. I want to support. I need to get a fucking DeBarge shirt. I got this Bobby Brown shirt. That's what I need to get. And then when Chico got out of jail, this was like early to mid 2000s. He dropped a dope ass art. I remember I don't know if I should say too much, but it was a great album to hang out with ladies too. You know what I'm saying? It was, and I think he referenced that he came out of jail. It was smooth as fuck, bro.
Yo, man, he stay in jail.
Yeah, Chico DeBarge stay in jail. He's not in jail now.
No, I don't know, but I know
No way.
Many years in.
Shout out to Chico DeBarge. I love you. I love the DeBarge family. They're incredible. But they were wild, bro. That needs the documentary. That's the documentary that has to happen, man.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
There was a lot of stuff back in the day that was controversial. People did a lot of wild stuff, you know. There's artists that... Here's an interesting thing that I learned in hip-hop. There are artists that portrayed themselves as really scary and gangster. And they would make these records that seemed intimidating and crazy, and they weren't built like that. And it was a facade. Then there were artists who were so comfortable in who they were, they didn't give a fuck, and they were real dudes. Like, you know, Little Sean shouts out, Biggie shouts Little Sean out. Little Sean did Hickey's on Your Chest. He did I Made Love for the very first time. I love both those records. I had the Little Sean tapes. Damn. And Little Sean was a real dude. Little Sean is a real dude. I will say that. Now he's a physical trainer. I was talking about him to DJ Premier, but I loved Little Sean, and he would make these fly girl records back in the day. I remember requesting on the radio Hickey's on Your Chest and sending it to a girl. You know what I'm saying? This was like middle school, and sending that dedication, like, yeah, no, local college rate, like, let me hear Lil Sean, Hickey's on Your Chest, to boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you better flip that fucking phone. My ADHD is not having it. But Little Sean was a real one, bro. Slick Rick.
All right.
The stories that some of these guys, like, you hear Big Daddy Kane tell stories about Slick Rick. Slick Rick was a real one, man. You guys got to do your research. And Slick Rick is another one who's just absolutely mind-blowing. Dart Adams was just hanging out. We just shot a whole fucking episode with Dart Adams, and we lost it because of technical difficulties, which I'm furious. Dart Adams came down from Boston. We did a whole podcast, super knowledgeable, but Dart Adams put me on a Slick Rick song from his 1991 album, and it's called Ship, and he fucking bodies it with his flow, and it's a song I never paid attention to. Like, I knew that album. I knew the singles from the album. You know what I'm saying?
What year was that album? What year?
91.
Oh, so Behind Bars?
No. This is before. Behind Bars was 93, 94.
Okay.
Maybe it was even, Behind Bars was maybe even 94. But this was I think it was the Ruler's Back. No, not the Ruler's Back. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. But this album, man, here, come on, bro. What the hell? Here we go. This
I like his 99 album, Art of Storytelling.
I like that too, man.
That album was dope.
The Ruler's Back. I'm right. What the fuck?
Okay.
He had I Shouldn't Have Done It on there. He had Mistakes of a Woman in Love with Others.
Classic.
He had on It's a Boy, y'all. Bam, 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 bam. But anyway, the song Ship is crazy. He just bodies it with his flow. But Slick Rick is a maniac, man. And Dart Adams dropped some gems on us about Slick Rick and his whole crew with Dana Dane and all that, and why that came about. But that's a magic thing. Back to B Brown rapping.
Okay.
Dart also told me, I did not fucking know this, Smooth B was writing Bobby Brown's verses for those raps. I don't know if he did the Ghostbusters joint or not. But Don't Be Cruel, all those joints, Smooth B from Nice and Smooth. That's incredible, man. Smooth B is
You wrote
amazing.
that, Smooth B? You did that? Nice job.
Incredible.
Let's hear from Smooth B. Did you do that?
What do you think about ghostwriting?
Ghostwriting is whack. Isn't that what they say?
No. You think that?
Listen, some people need it. When I think of ghostwriting, I think of Puff Daddy, because everyone ghost wrote for him, right?
Yeah.
He sucked. But I mean, just in general, that's what I think of Puff Daddy.
What do you think about Fresh Prince Summertime?
Well, we know he copied Eric B. or Rakim. He copied Rakim's flow. I know that, right?
That was written for him. He didn't write that. So what do you think about Bismarck? What do you think about Biz Markie?
Biz Marquis classic. I love
Big Daddy Kane wrote for Biz, right?
Right.
ODB, right? Jizza wrote for ODB. Eazy-E. Cube wrote for Eazy-E. I think that in hip hop, the goal is, excuse me, to make a dope song, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are, fucking Dre, Still Dre. Jay-Z wrote that. Jay-Z wrote Still Dre.
Oh, yeah, he wrote the whole song, yeah. Well, you know, some people need the help. You don't expect lyrics from Dr. Dre. But,
Right,
you know,
right.
he's a producer.
Because they accomplished the song, but I think sometimes ghostwriting, I've ghostwritten for legends.
And you know what? I think it's just cultural. Because with that being said, Beyonce doesn't write every song. She gets songs written for her.
Correct.
R. Kelly wrote for people. Michael Jackson wrote for people. And it's not frowned upon. But in hip hop, we're kind of like, yo, you saying it, then you should be what you're saying. It should be from your
Right.
story.
Hip hop is supposed to be your authentic story and
Right.
a portrayal of who you are.
So that's the issue with it, I guess. I mean, I don't personally hate it. I know 50 Cent wrote for a lot of artists. Some of the songs were dope. And I respect the songs that are dope. But
There are
just in
people
general.
who are saying you can't be the GOAT if you receive ghostwriting. If you're
I
a
agree.
recipient of ghostwriting. I agree with that too.
I agree. I mean, that makes sense.
How can you be? Speaking of which, who's a huge person in the media who is a recipient of ghostwriting? Drake.
Oh, Drake.
Right. Drake. Everybody talks.
You made me feel old. I'm like, I don't know who.
I can't get into the Drake thing, man. I know there's people on there who are going to be crazy about that and they feel some kind of way. But here's why.
Why?
It boils down to it as simple as this. This is not a political statement. This isn't me trying to make a statement and put it on the net and accomplish some goal. This is just about me getting in my car alone, going, a new artist, Drake, back when he was new. Pressing play and going, I don't know, it's not for me. Then something new comes out. All right, let me just see. Everybody loves this shit. Let me just try it again. Boop. Nah, I'm alone, by the way, in my car. Nope. So it boils down to me, from my personal opinion, I just don't fuck with Drake. That's my thing.
I'll give you my take on Drake. He's highly commercial, and a lot of people don't like him, the hate for him having ghostwriters. But overall, he drops a couple gems, man. I'm not gonna lie. Some music of his is good. And I know he's ghostwritten, people ghostwrite for him, but his music
He
is
wrote
good.
a dope song for Alicia Keys.
What's that?
Wonder my baby, would you make me something? I don't know what the fuck it is. Unbelievable or something like, no, not unbelievable. Unbreakable or unsomething. Impossible.
Okay.
If you do the impossible.
Okay.
It's called I'm Ready, I think. Drake wrote that.
So
and
he
I
ghostwrites.
fuck with that record. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he ghostwrites. And he I guess he receives hip hop writing, but he ghostwrites for other artists too.
Every time Drake drops an album, there's one or two jams. I'm like, yeah, that's dope.
I fucked with that first record he had. You the
He
fucking
used
best.
to call me on the cell phone.
No. Bro, I made the funniest fucking meme of self-titled with his head.
Yeah.
And I wrote, used to call me on the self phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It had self-titles head
Yeah.
superimposed over Drake.
Hilarious.
But that first Drake, I like that on some pop shit. You know what I'm
God's
saying?
Plan. See, when it comes to a song like Drake with God's Plan, that shit's dope.
First time I heard that Drake, You the Fucking Best, I was out in LA. And that is the same car ride where I discovered Mike Karen, my old A&R from Atlantic, used that beat that I co-produced with him for Asher Roth, I Love College. It was the same car ride. I heard Drake and I'm listening. I was like, all right, this is pretty dope. You the fucking best.
I hated that song.
I liked it. I fucked with that. See, it was a pop guilty pleasure at that time. I liked the hook. And but anyway, in that car ride is where, because I was living with Ryu back then out in LA. Shout out to my brother Ryu.
Right.
Ryu's dropping a new album, by the way, and it is fucking incredible. This is the best music that Ryu has been creating in a really long time.
Okay.
But it's incredible, man. Shout out to Ryu. When I was living with Ryu out in LA, we used to do insane amounts of shit, man. Like shit you just wouldn't even imagine that we would be doing. We were hanging out. Do you remember who Rob Dyrdek is?
The guy from
Big and Rob. Remember that?
Yeah.
Right, the skateboarder.
He does a TV show on MTV.
Right. Fantasy Factory and Ridiculousness.
Oh, hate that shit. Hate it.
So we were there when that Fantasy Factory was built, when it was being built.
Yeah.
Because Rob was hanging out with Ryu and they were chilling and they did some, there's an episode with Ryu on it with Ryu and my brother Bishop Lamont. And I was there for when we went to Vegas because Rob was doing this character called Bobby Light. But we were there for the building of the Fantasy Factory when we were hanging out. That Fantasy Factory was fucking crazy to be in. That shit was bonkers.
Is it still around?
I don't know. It was in East LA. But it was absolutely crazy. And I remember, shout out to the last time, this was a long ass time ago, but the last time I saw Clark Kent, rest in peace, in person was at the Fantasy Factory one time. There was a big event that was going on. But we went to Vegas, and Rob and Ryu did this thing on stage with the dude, Blink-182, Travis, who is that fixer? Travis Barker. They were doing a thing with him, with Bishop Lamont and them. But we went out to Vegas, but it was crazy. But here's a crazy thing. I don't think people know this. Rob Dyrdek's personality is not the shit that you see on MTV, right? Rob Dyrdek is like quiet and reserved. He did a smart move, though. This isn't dissing him by any means. This is just a business move. It was an entertainment business move. I have a very close friend. We call him Marky Mark. His name is Mark, but we used to call, it's not Mark Wahlberg, not Marky Mark Wahlberg, but we used to nickname him Marky Mark. And he's a jeweler, right? He did this demigod's ring right here that I got, right?
Cool.
He's a jeweler to the stars. He did Red Bull chains and all these famous people's chains and huge celebrities, huge jeweler in LA during the time. Not on the level, I don't think he was the same animal as Ben Baller. Shout out to Ben Baller too, was a real cool guy.
Or Jacob the jeweler? Yeah,
I don't think he was on that level with it, but he was definitely doing jewelry. But my boy Marky Mark, if you meet Mark, he is and we met Mark through Rob. They were very close friends. Mark is the persona that Rob puts on. So my boy Mark is the prototype and the blueprint of what Rob Dyrdek displays on TV. Oh, nah, man, that's crazy. And, oh, yo, these are big vibes. And just all that energy that he puts out there, that is my boy Mark. He copied Mark's character to have that Rob Dyrdek character. He copied that character to have that character. This shit, hand on the Bible. If you met Mark, you would trip out because he is the exact of what Rob Dyrdek is.
It's funny though.
But it's funny when you see all those shows. And the other thing too about the Fantasy Factory, people thought that chick Chanel West Coast was a real receptionist with those desks. That wasn't even the real fucking desk. That was a desk downstairs, a fake thing. She wasn't a fucking receptionist. They had the real receptionist up the stairs, up in the top, in the back area. That Chanel wasn't. She wasn't shit. She wasn't any of that.
It was just a show.
It's just a character. Right, it was a TV show. It was entertainment. And it was successful as fuck, bro.
Well, I went to Pawn Stars back in Vegas back in 2020.
Did. So Brandon, put up a clip of Al on Pawn Stars.
Because I was on Pawn Stars and I flew out there for my jacket, Will Smith. And while I'm out there, I'm like, oh shit, this is the store. And I'm thinking, I'm about to record here. And they take me around to the back where there's a
pause.
Brandon, cut that.
Don't cut that out. Go ahead.
So they take me around back. It sounds like a mob hit. And I walk around like, what the hell are we doing back here? And we walk into the back of the business. And there's a mock-up of the whole store in the back.
Fake store.
100%. So it blew my mind because I thought we were recording in the store, and it's a facade, it's fake.
Because what would happen if you guys go into the real store? There's gonna be tourists there.
Well, they told me they don't want to shut the store down because that's where the money is. It brings the tourism in, so they need to record somewhere else. So this is in the back where they do it.
And it looked exactly?
Exactly. And the only way you notice the difference is if you look up where the door is. If there's no exit sign, I know this because I'm a fireman.
Right.
If there's no exit sign, it's not real. They're
okay.
Because if there's an emergency, you need to get the hell out, and there's an exit sign there. Lawsuit.
That's a gem right there. That's a firefighter gem right there.
Yeah.
So you don't see the exit sign, you know it's fugazi.
Yeah. So when they're walking over from the door like they're coming in and there's no exit sign, fake.
They flew you out there?
They did. I got paid $3,500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd they have you staying?
See, this is what's funny. You know why he wants to get me? Because he loves this part. They had me staying at the D. The D in Vegas, right? And he just kills him, right? Yeah.
Al and I, so there's an unreleased episode that maybe we'll release it one day. We have to release it once the podcast gets popping.
Well, that's if they want to see it. You don't even know who I am. They're like, who the fuck is this guy? So maybe one day they might want to see it.
So let's say this real quick, okay? Because everybody asks who the fuck you are, right? This is my brother. This is my best friend. We hang out almost every day. Al Mayo is a firefighter, a lieutenant in the New London Fire Department, incredible firefighter. And he also is I don't even say it's not amateur, but you are a new food reviewer, food critic.
Correct.
Is that the way to
That's
say
fair.
it?
Yeah, that's fair. I go to restaurants. I review these restaurants on 3 bases: atmosphere, service, and food. Basic, right?
Okay, so here's the thing with Al, which is interesting. He doesn't give a fuck. You know how some of these content creators go in there like, oh, we came to Benny's here, who blah, 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 and the food was great. He doesn't give a fuck. He'll light a place up. And that's where the controversy happens, because in this area, 95% of his reviews are positive, but that 5%, oh my God, it's like you would think you were starting wars in this area. This little southeastern corner of Connecticut right here, there's been a lot of controversy. And matter of fact, to the point where one of the restaurants doxed you, one of the owners of the restaurants doxed you, put your information on the internet, your address, your fucking phone number, and also
sent text messages, which you've seen.
Yep. And also flooded your Instagram with some pretty crazy comments.
I'm sure people want to see him because, if they see the video, you'll see the comments. They're still there.
Right. So anyway, the point is that Al is my best friend who I hang around with, and we just chill, and we always have the funniest fucking time in the world. So anyway, we did a podcast. We did an early version of this podcast, and it was at the fire department that Al works at. Yeah. And Al was breaking down his story. And we organically, he goes, yeah, they flew me out there and they had me at the D. And I laughed in the video. You see me laugh so hard, I get out of my chair because I was going to fall over.
Shit, right?
That was so fucking funny. We got to release that episode. We'll release it as like a bonus thing.
All right, cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. People know.
Because we break down a lot, bro.
We did. We had a lot going on about what's going on around here,
right?
Who I am, introduction, basically. Because they know who you are.
Right. We
know your music, you're a legend. They don't know who the fuck I am. They're like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't blame you, because who am I?
Right. And there's some people who've been saying like, oh, he doesn't know as much about it. Who gives a fuck, man? He was listening to different shit at the time. That's why. So Al and I, the other reason we're best friends too, we don't agree on like 60% of shit. Like, and we still respect each other and fuck with each other.
Do you like Nipsey Hussle?
Shut the fuck up. Don't fucking put me on the spot.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Nipsey Hussle's music, I have tremendous respect for. You fucking did that on purpose. I have tremendous respect for Nipsey Hussle. It's just his music. I'm waiting for the record. I'm waiting to hear a record where I go, ooh, I want to put that on a playlist and bring that back. The music is just not for me.
Listen, Victory Lap is flawless to me. I love Nipsey Hussle, and that's my opinion.
He tries to put me on. Word.
I do, all the time. But that's our opinion. I respect yours 100%, so you know
right. that. Audio 2.
Yep.
Top billing.
Yes.
Right? I just learned something recently about that, which I was fucked up about forever, since the 80s, since I first heard it, right?
Okay.
When they say, MC, your mind, people call me milk. When I'm busting up the party, I feel no guilt. Gizmo's cutting up for the suckers that's down with
me.
No, it's not me. It's not me. Are you ready for this? This is fucking because that wouldn't make any sense, right? The suckers that's down with me.
Yeah, no, it makes no sense.
Okay, check this out. Ready? Gizmo scratching. Wait, no. Call milk on the bus of party. Feel the guilt. Gizmo's cutting up for the suckers that's down with neither one of us. Neither one of us.
So for 40 years they had us fucked up.
They had us completely fucked up.
They could have went on Right On magazine or The Source and said, hey guys, it's neither.
I don't even know. They didn't have the internet, so I don't even know if they knew people got it fucked up. Milk D probably just thought people got it right.
So we're all running around talking about suckers that's down with me.
That's crazy, though.
It is crazy. It is
just
crazy.
Saw a video of somebody
crazy.
breaking that down.
Yeah.
Mind fucking blown. As a 40-something-year-old man at the time, when I see it last year.
It's wild, huh?
The one of us. I was like,
I'm still going to rap it with me.
How long is it going to take you to get that out of your system now?
Listen, it's been marinating for 40 years. There's no getting it out.
30 plus years.
You shouldn't have did that. You should have corrected it 40 years ago.
Oh, my God, man.
Suckers that's down with me.
Suckers that's down with me. The one of us.
Oh, shit.
But I wonder I can't even remember now what I thought the next line. They're one of us. I don't know. I don't even want to fucking think about it.
The beat is tough though, so I'm okay.
Oh my God.
That beat is tough.
You know what I love too? I love the Clark Kent remix was amazing. If y'all haven't heard it, I don't know if it's on Spotify or the streaming Apple Music, or go listen to the Audio 2 Top Billing Clark Kent remix. I love that fucking remix. I love that. MC, it's so dope.
The beat's dope enough. I might add it to a Big Al's Real review.
You should. You should put it on a Big Al Real review.
Yeah.
Something that's been bothering me, I've been seeing on YouTube.
What's that?
There's a lot of people, and I'm assuming, I don't know if it's somebody from our or if it's people from our generation. They are taking the legends and these legendary songs that are like magic, and they're breaking them down how they were produced.
Ooh. And
they are revealing samples that were never meant to be revealed. So, for example, Mobb Deep, Survival of the Fittest. All right. So I see this guy break it down, and he tells what the original sample is. And he breaks it down as like, yo, first of all, Havoc is a fucking genius. Genius.
Word up.
But this guy breaks it down and shows how he does it and reveals it. Now, that I have two issues with that. Issue number one is you are revealing the magic to the entire world who might not want to participate for your own personal gain of clicks and views. It's cool to see it, but honestly, I'm going to be real, I'd rather not know. Because the magic behind that song is the not knowing. The magic behind a fucking magic trick is not knowing how the person does it. Because then when you see the trick done from now on, you're like, oh yeah, that. When I hear
no, because I disagree. Because
Okay.
they show you the genius way it's done.
Yep.
Slow it up, pitch up. They show you all the whole process, and it's so cool. I love watching. I'm entertained.
Me too. It entertains me. Don't get me wrong, but I spent a lot of time. So the guys who broke it down, first of all, those guys are really fucking smart for figuring out how because like Havoc pitched one joint down like fucking crazy. So how they figured it out that was that in the first place, I'm really impressed. Okay? I'm impressed with the way the video was edited. It entertained me, and I remember being like, oh, shit. But after a while, I sat with it, and I'm like, the person Havoc sampled, I know that his estate are fucking pricks. So let's say Havoc repurposed that, chopped it up, and I don't know that it was cleared.
Okay. Someone takes a dish and serves it to you. Can you not talk about what's in it? Oh yeah, I can. Okay, this has garlic in it. It has.
But what if revealing that costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars?
But once you open it to the world for listening and critique, it's a part of the.
Let me be more detailed.
Okay.
Let me be more detailed. Let's say and I don't know. Let's say if Havoc didn't clear those samples.
Right.
Now it's out there what he sampled, and now jazz artist A goes, oh, you sampled my shit? This is how much I want. Boom, 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 boom. And Havoc is like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, you know, when I used to listen to music back in the 90s, I used to get so excited when I heard a sound I knew. Like, oh, that's
obvious
James
samples,
Brown.
right? Obvious shit.
And how exciting that is. Even today when I hear music, oh shit, that's a sample from Busta Rhymes now. You know,
Right.
You hear samples from music we grew up with.
Look, I think a lot of the fans think, well, you guys should have your shit together. But there were guys who intentionally altered a sample to an unrecognizable state to avoid that, to not have an obvious loop, to metamorph and transfigure it so far that it didn't need to have that.
Well, I remember one of my favorite records, Big Pimpin'. Jay-Z was sued over that. Over the
Sure,
beat.
but that was a direct, obvious sample.
Yeah.
Right, whatever.
That was a classic.
Timbaland's a beast for doing that. That
Shit
was
was
the
dope.
whole Bollywood movement.
He
that
won
started.
like 5-6 years ago when it finally ended. 5-6 years ago.
Right. I don't know.
yeah.
But I just think that's snitching.
So you don't like sample snitching?
Fuck no. Absolutely I don't like sample snitching.
I love the information coming in. Maybe it's wrong financially, but learning it, I love.
But I guess here's the thing. By the way, I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. I'm just literally venting. So you guys who are making videos out there, you're going to make the videos. It is what it is. But I just think that there's a certain code of ethics and a code of conduct. And I just don't really understand why they would do that, or maybe reach out and be like, yo, did you guys clear this? Did you guys clear this? You know what I'm saying?
I know when I watch those videos you're talking about, and I'm scrolling, and it starts off like, just some music. You're like, what is this? And they start to slow it up or speed it up. I'm trying to figure out who it is before it gets to it.
Who is it, right, or what it is.
I think I like that part of it.
I'm not going to lie, though. Seeing that survival of the fittest.
Shit was dope, right?
Oh, my God,
when they broke it all up, put it all together, you're like, damn. I'm like, so dope.
Yeah, crazy.
For the knowledge of me, I love it.
Crazy.
For the financial downfall to the artist, yeah, I know it sucks. But
here's something I dreaded talking about.
What do we got?
In the 90s, I joined Zulu Nation. Okay. Zulu Nation is an organization that is one of a bedrock of the hip hop culture. Okay. The foundation of the hip hop culture. It was originally a gang in the 70s called the Black Spades, Africa Bambaataa, switched it up to the Universal Zulu Nation. Okay. And it was about b-boying, breakdancing, knowledge, fun, culture, all these different things. And over the years, there were accusations that sexual predator accusations.
We all know about it. Yeah.
Against Bambaataa, right? We all know this by this point, right?
This is out there.
Super fucking disappointing, okay? And recently, Bambaataa lost a suit. And I want to get this right because I don't want to misrepresent this. He lost the suit by default judgment. And what that means is, I guess he didn't enter a plea of guilty or innocent, and the judge ruled against him regardless, which means he lost his case.
Right.
And I just think that's a pretty monumental, crazy thing in hip hop that has happened. I used to be a Universal Zulu. I used to be a king in Zulu. Took my kingship and all that. And in the 90s, Zulu Nation was so dope to be a part of.
Do you know how old Africa Bambaataa is? I just looked that up.
No.
68 years old.
I was going to say 67. I was going to guess 67.
He's an old man, and he did wrong. And he needs to be held accountable, 100%.
Anybody who does wrong, I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's my hero, if it's somebody who did the greatest thing ever of all time, if you did something to children, if you did that, you need to be held. If you did that, you need to be held accountable.
Exactly. This isn't politics. This is right or wrong. This is morality.
Right.
And you don't touch children, and I don't have any sympathy. And people could come for me for it. Fine, but wrong is wrong, and it's not to be discussed. Oh, maybe this happened, and he was wrong.
Right.
The end.
Right. So that's a crazy thing. And I wish I knew. I wish I paid more attention to all the accusations, because I don't know enough. I want to sit here and talk about the story, but I didn't follow the story.
Okay.
And I've heard this means nothing because this is all just anecdotal.
Didn't he used to be on a radio station? They removed him years ago when he was like a host.
Who? Oh, I don't know.
Bambaataa?
I mean, he must have done radio shows on whatever.
Many years ago when the accusations started coming out, they removed him. Rightfully so.
Did you see in the news, switching it up?
Okay.
Did you see in the news, there's a fucking alien ship coming towards Earth? It's on like so many of the news outlets.
Listen, man, I saw something today. What the fuck are they talking about?
Project Bluebeam.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, man.
I don't believe in fairy tales. I don't give a fuck what they see. I don't believe it. None of it.
Well,
zero, zilch.
I also firmly believe that the powers that be, or whoever holds a vested interest in control, would pull some shit like this to make us panicked, make us distracted, to create another goal of, once again, panic and fear.
You know what I believe?
What I'm saying? What?
I believe that kid Rymir is Jay-Z's son. Did you see him?
No, I didn't. Hold on. Let me look this up.
You gotta look at
So
this kid.
wait, fill me in with this pause. Tell me what's going on.
Okay.
With this album.
There's this kid out there who claims Jay-Z's his
What's his name?
father. Rymir Satin.
How do you spell that?
Take a look right here.
Oh, Rymir, like rhyme.
Rymir.
Oh, it's okay.
So listen. We've all watched. What was that show? The You Are the Father.
Satherwaite.
Who was You Are the Father?
What?
Was
Maury.
Maury. Okay. And we'd always look at the baby photos and I was like, look, he don't got my nose. He don't got my lips. Jay-Z can't say none of that shit.
You think, this kid looks like
look at that nose and them lips,
I'm trying
man.
to think who he resembles. He resembles somebody
Jay-Z.
I know. Oh, wow. So who was his mom?
Somebody that had something to do with Jay-Z when she was 16 or 17.
Word.
Right, so I didn't get it at first. Oh, why did you not just admit it? So what?
So what's Hope's take on this?
She was underage at the time, so he cannot, it's detrimental for him. Whether he's 24, 26, and you're with a 16-year-old.
And what's the story with this kid? What's he going to do to press it?
If it's his child, it proves he was with this woman.
How can he prove that, though? He's got to get DNA from Jay-Z.
Paternity test. So that's it. So he recently dropped a case. I don't know the reason behind it, but he talks about
he dropped it. He dropped it.
Just recently, but regrouping and refiling recently.
They need to get Jay-Z needs to cooperate, though. He needs to give him DNA or something like that.
Or Jay-Z could just say, here's $20 million, son, and have a good day.
Fucking $20 million.
Listen, I won't make any claims about who my daddy is for $20 million.
Fixer, are we doing good on time? You're fucking motioning or something in the background. I don't know what that's about.
It's a seizure.
What?
You're doing good on time.
Okay, don't make any motioning. Or we have ADHD. We view emotion as something serious is going on.
Someone's out to kill us.
You gotta not move. You just gotta stay completely fucking still and no facial expressions, no movement, or else our ADHD is going. Warning,
so Friday night. What the fuck's he doing?
Yeah, right. You saw what happened last time with young LaRose dancing in the back.
Like, yo, you messing us up.
So anyway, that's got to be crazy being like, yeah, my dad is Jay-Z, but I wonder what Jay-Z's take. Think of how fucked up that is, though. Like, if you're confident that your dad is Jay-Z, and then Jay-Z's like, I'm not trying to hear it. Get the fuck away from me and my family and the peace. People get defensive.
They do.
People get fucking defensive, and that's sad. Like, here's the thing: when I was younger, a long time ago, I sired a young man, you know what I'm saying? Sired a child. Correct. That's what they say, right? Sired. Yeah, if I fucking got a chick pregnant when I was younger and that kid is out there and the kid is like, hey, I want to know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be like, talk to my lawyer, blah, blah, blah. That's a crazy look, bro. You blast it off. You pay the consequence. That's your fucking DNA. That was a little boy who grew up. Entertain the idea. Have a conversation. Be like, what do you want? What do you want to do? Do you want to fucking know me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then if Jay-Z's current family is like, we don't want to, then you're fucking weirdos too. Yeah, like, you got to be like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Well,
everyone doesn't have the same morals as us or as you or me when we think about our children. Number one, some people are like, well, I don't know that nigga. I don't want him around here. And that's what Jay-Z's feeling, it seems like.
Wait a minute, what's this I see? DJ Academics? First of all, I can't listen to Academics, bro. I can't listen to that guy. I didn't know who he was in the first place. I just started seeing him pop up on social media because it's not in my realm of, you know what I'm saying?
He's not hip hop, but talks all about it, you know?
I guess. What kind of fucking hip hop does he talk about? But I don't know who Academics. I don't know what his career, his beginning is. I know he's one of the most popular. He's fucking bazillions of light years, millions beyond me. I don't give a fuck about that. But and I started seeing some of his videos and I'm like, I can't scroll away. Anyway, he made inappropriate comments to a 15-year-old girl in 2025. That's just now.
Listen, he did it live.
Oh, live?
While streaming.
Did he know the girl was underage?
Yeah, she's like, I'm 15. And he's like, oh, would you let these guys do you if they came over? I'm like, come on. But he's never held accountable.
What? It was a 15-year-old boy. First of all,
15-year-old boy? Yeah, I thought it was a girl.
It's a 15-year-old boy.
The dude that was talking, he's like, would you blow this dude?
Academics said that?
Yeah, it was
the guys that was in the group chat.
It was a guy in the group chat, but Academics is participating with this?
Correct.
Fixer, our boy Fixer's in the background just fucking
feeding us
vaulting,
information.
vaulting us
Yeah,
info.
I think I was gonna get into the Jay-Z, but
Yeah.
Fixer, you're not mic'd up though, so you got to keep it short because people are gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?"
but it was a 15-year-old.
So to put it in perspective, though, he's on streaming and he's talking like this, and it's like no, it's inexcusable.
Nah, man.
But people make excuses for it.
Listen, here's
No
what
accountability.
Here's what pisses me off now.
What up?
Too many people are getting away with too much shit.
Hell yeah, too much.
Too many people are getting away unchecked, so they're pushing the boundaries more and more. There's too much of that fucking hedonism shit going on. There's too much crazy shit going on.
Kanye West.
Look, a lot of these guys, let's be fucking real. The Diddy shit that's coming out,
Crazy.
the fucking Epstein shit with all
Crazy.
all the politicians, royal people, Prince Andrew, all this shit, bro.
Well, let's talk about the Epstein for just 1 second. If you're on the list, you need to be held accountable. And with that being said, I don't care if Trump is on. We know Trump's on it, and he needs to be held accountable. But I don't care if Biden's on it. And the reason I say that is because people are going to say, "Oh, what about Biden?" I don't care. He needs to be held accountable.
So do you
too.
think that?
It
But that
doesn't
list,
matter.
what I'm interested in with that list, that Epstein shit has to come out, right? They said they had it. They're fucking full of shit that they
He's
don't.
lying.
But here's the thing: there's a lot of celebrities on there. Do you think every celebrity that rode on a plane to his island was doing fuck shit with young girls? Everyone.
I don't know. That'd be speculation, but I can say this. One of my favorite actors, Denzel Washington.
Right?
I love him.
Yeah,
If he's
me too.
on that list, he needs to be held accountable. So it doesn't matter who's
or
on
at
the
least
list.
investigated, right?
Right.
What if like
Right.
let's say what if this happens, right? What if it's
Okay.
a gauge? What if somebody was like, "Yo, Al Mayo, you're blowing up in the food review world. Yo, there's a rich guy before all this shit comes, before anybody know Jeff Epstein's name.
Yep.
There's some live party that's going on at this billionaire's island.
Okay.
Let's go check it out." You fly over there, you're over there, you see weird shit going on. You're like, "Damn, these girls look a little fucking young." You're partying, you got a drink in your hand, and you're like, "Yo, you know what? I'm good with this shit, bro. I'm going back to my room." You go back to your room, you go to sleep for the night, dolo, get back on the flight. That's your existence, right? Because there's a lot of fucking celebrities apparently. Because wasn't there a list that did come out that had like Eminem, Ellen DeGeneres, Jay-Z, Beyonce, or was that fake?
I don't know. I remember
Because it was flight manifestos or something. Were those real? I don't remember. I didn't keep up with this.
I remember Diddy calling on these stars to come have his back. Those names, but I don't remember anything about the flight.
Yeah, I don't align with the Diddy shit, bro.
Yeah,
I don't align with it. I don't give a fuck. I don't align with the Diddy shit.
You touch children, you need to be held accountable. I don't care who it is. The Pope himself should be held accountable if he's on the list.
Right.
Anyway.
Underage women, underage whoever.
If I'm on that list, I need to be held accountable. I'm not on that list. I'm not rich.
Don't
and I
bang the
wanna take-
table. The mics are going to pick it up.
Okay. I wouldn't be on that list, but my point is anybody who's on that list needs to be held accountable.
1,000 fucking %.
But
Or
your
at least
dummies out there,
investigated.
yes.
Investigated.
But the dummies that are out there make it political, and they cannot set that apart. Oh, well, you need to do this person and that person. Shut the fuck up and
gives
just
a
say
fuck? If you're-
whoever's on the list needs to be investigated.
If you're involved in that shit, also that shit is just so folded up in so many layers about who he was and what he
People don't
did.
protect the children. That's the problem.
Absolutely. People are not protecting children.
I guess I'm naive to think people naturally do right to protect children, but that's not
Nope,
the case.
that's not the case. And it's getting worse as far as I'm fucking concerned because look it, these things go viral. They have their moment. They get on TikTok. People are making these videos exposing shit. And you're like, oh shit, they're never coming back from that. They don't do jail time. They don't really go anywhere. They're making money again.
Diddy got found guilty of some, but not all. And now everyone's like, oh, look, he needs to be set free. What the fuck? Why?
Right.
Oh, because he's powerful, has money, and they were able to get around it some way. We're automatically convinced, oh, he did right. He just had Man, this is bullshit.
Absolute bullshit.
Bullshit.
Absolute craziness. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here, man. We're gonna be back.
All right.
I think we're gonna start to practice and implement on the next Shorecast some of our segment ideas.
All right.
Because we have ideas. Once again, this is a fucking tiny fucking fetus of a show, and we're growing and we're starting to build.
With that being said, we're going to look for feedback. So what do you like? What aspects do you like? What aspects do you want to see? We're open for it. Because here it is. We're going to evolve as time goes on.
They're gonna be like shit can Mayo. And I'm like, oh well,
shit.
fuckers, you're stuck with him. You're fucking stuck with him, just like I'm stuck with him.
You motherfuckers. When I'm done with you, you be doing time in Pelican Bay.
So, Joe Pesci, you motherfucker, you. Yo, anyway, shout out Bobby Brown. Love you forever. And much love, y'all. We up out of here. This has been the Shorecast. Make sure you go listen to my album, Apathy, Mom and Dad, that's out right now.
Word
go
up.
follow Big Al Mayo and check out all his reviews and get involved in follow the little drama that's going on right now.
Big Mayo's World on Instagram and on Facebook, Al Mayo. See you on a rebound. Peace out.
Peace.